Hey Mechwarrior, welcome back to Opal Plays Mechwarrior 5. This is the full 4 DLC playthrough. Episode, I believe 4. That could change if I stitch them together differently, but for now it's episode 4. And in fact, this is the Last Man Standing episode, where we're the second mission with the Centaurian. All of these missions are meant to be learning missions, a little bit of forgiveness, but also a certain level of skill required to get through them. Because if you can't complete these, you probably can't, are going to have a hard time being successful going forward. So if you do these missions and you do not get through them the first time, don't give up. Come back, play it again. Take note, and get a little better. I'm not going to tell you how many times I had to play the first time through to get through these missions. Nah, just not going to. Tempted briefly, but not. We'll continue. We get 3 negotiation points, and at this point in the game, I still strongly recommend cash. Cash is king. Salvage is great. Cash is king. I take the 1 salvage because I only had 2 points worth of negotiation points that I could take as cash. You can also take damage coverage, which for each point of that you get $400,000 for repair. Problem is, if you don't get $400,000 worth of damage, you don't get to use it. So it's if you really think you're going to get banged up, take a point. It's an insurance policy, basically. We'll confirm that. Mission starts in 1 day. I'm being worked on. Really? I'm going to be done in 1 day? I guess I am. Okay. So you hit the old ready button. Day passes. And you go for launch. Ooh, sorry, big yawn. Long day. Soccer practice, my first time. Might be an OPA, which means grandfather, but I got 3 grandkids and my daughter living with me for a while they rehoused herself coming back from Thailand. And saved some money too.
Here we go, Commander. Let's see what we've gotten ourselves into. I'm picking up one friendly, just ahead of your current position. Unidentified enemy units engaging.
Copy that. Mayday! Mayday! My blackjack has suffered critical damage, and I am under assault by raider forces. Please, I need backup! Don't worry, I'll drive these raiders back. Keep out of sight and hunker down.
He is to our left. I have never gotten to him in time. I don't think you can. Part of the history and misery of the game. You will lose pilots. Even real ones that are on your team. Going Von Bioms really changes the
Under attack, Commander. Straight ahead.
You made it. Thank God.
that was too far to hit.
I could use the help.
Turrets are now online and active, Commander.
I've never known you could do that. Too far. Too far. Too far. All of them are too far away at this point from here.
Damn, I could have saved him.
No, you couldn't.
Shake it up, Commander. The dig site still needs defending.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
If you're here in standard configuration, I highly recommend you do just what I'm doing. Stay back,
Target destroyed.
kill them with LRMs.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
No reason to take a risk to yourself.
Target destroyed.
A lot of stuff going on in this mission. He's too far away. 1,200 yards. Somewhere out there is a allied mech running around.
Target acquired.
I've played this many times. The pilot of that mech and that mech itself has never been destroyed. I don't think it can. You don't need to rush to his defense, is what I'm saying. He takes care of himself pretty well.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Aha. Nice one. That means he jumped behind a tree. Or hill. Still may have
Target
killed him.
acquired.
It's a hell of a lot easier clearing these bastards out with some help, Commander. Spears send you?
Yeah, said you guys needed some reinforcements.
That's an understatement. My entire lance was wiped out. They came down on us like a ton of bricks, out of nowhere.
It's too far away.
Wave after wave. Been holding them off
He's
as
in
best I
range.
can, but I don't think I could have held out much longer.
Well, we're here now, and we've got your back.
I appreciate that. Seriously. Can't tell you how good it is to see some friendly faces.
We still need to protect this site.
Copy that, but they'll be coming back soon enough. Like I said, they attack in waves, and they haven't shown any signs of letting up.
Target destroyed.
That's him running by right there.
Target acquired.
I can already tell you from experience you'll never hit him over those mountains. So Freeman's going in to kill him. And when he does, that will start off another wave of attacks.
Hostile contacts. Inbound.
Looks like a mix of airborne and enemy armor, Commander.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go kill him because he's gonna hide back there. Unless Freeman just got him. In which case I gotta run in there and find out anyway, so. Up there he is. Something's going boom. Lots of stuff behind us. Well, at least something had to shoot me sooner or later, huh? Ooh, tough tank.
Target destroyed.
Boy, I'm all orange lit up. One little tank. Nothing else hit me so far. I normally play this a very reserved, sit back and chew them up with the LRMs. You will get a reload towards the end of the mission.
Target acquired.
Too far. These look closer.
Target acquired.
Yep, that's close enough.
Target
Yep.
destroyed.
It did kill, but it just held back telling me. That's close enough. 24 more shots.
Push them
Some of,
back.
some of those VTOLs have ACs with much longer range than we have. Yeah. this will be a repair bay. Right where the blue shield is.
Target acquired.
So keep in mind. We're going to have to go in and do the nasty, I think, pretty soon.
Stay on him.
Target destroyed.
I'll take a high spot.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Keep up the pressure.
Yeah, pressure on who? Me?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Nice shooting. There's a repair bay we can use. First, you need to cycle on the second turret generator.
Okay, I'm on it.
Multiple hostiles converging on your location, Commander. I'm picking up 10, 12 bogies this time.
I told you, these guys never quit. I will avenge my lance mates!
That's the repair bay. Now cycled on the second generator, which is this symbol. It's also the symbol for the first generator, but I turned it on prematurely before he said anything about it because I wanted to. Hills only so steep you can climb, so it's a matter of learning the terrain and getting around it. And that's why I say play this several times if you need to. Get comfy with what you got to do and where you got to go.
Let's take these bastards down.
Too far, too far. Don't run over your own turrets, which is what I just dodged. I do not immediately go for a refill.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I swear, these Star League ruins bring nothing but trouble.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Ammo low.
Yep. 8 more shots.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Ah! Wasted shot. 6 more.
Target.
For all we know, we're all just fighting over some random forgotten city glassed hundreds of years ago in the early succession wars.
He's shooting at me. 4 more shots. But I still got AC-10s.
Target destroyed. Target
Exactly.
acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Even in the unlikely event that they do find a data core, I'll put C-bills down that it's either destroyed, corrupted, or heavily encrypted.
See, it's kind of a race at this point. I've only got 1 more shot from the LRM. And 700 yards to go to the repair bay, but we got plenty of time. And Freeman's always there too to distract and disorient and maybe kill a few things. We have no way of knowing. Yeah, it looks ominous, but not a big deal. Sometimes I wait until I'm through with this wave before I even go in for a repair. Those are waves when I have an extra ton of LRM. And I do that by getting rid of a heatsink usually. You don't overheat much on this mission. As you can see, they're doable by ballistics. Yep. Want to try and hide, do they? Come on, tree. Get out the way. There we go. I'm getting to feel the AC-10 slowly. There's no timer on this mission, folks. This is where you practice your tactical things. Try not to shoot your friends, though.
Enemy dropship approaching, Commander.
Yeah,
Looks like
exactly.
they're bringing in the heavy guns.
A circle of 8 have laid claim to this site. It's ours. There's no shame in admitting defeat, my friend. Leave now, and we'll spare your lives. You've been warned. Fighters
Actually,
die.
there is shame to admit defeat. You will lose points.
2 medium mechs.
And
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Let's go get them.
no, they can't shoot you at this point. And you can shoot them. Loosen up the paint on these guys. You can put far more damage on them than they can put on you by doing this. You take the big guy first. That's an arm. And an open torso. Ooh, having a hard time hitting here, hang on. There we go. Had to cool down a little bit too. One or two more. Get away from me. And Freeman's got him down hard on one leg. Part of why I said take the big guy first. Freeman almost always goes for the assassin. Where'd he go? There he is. I'm going for his legs on purpose. I don't think I'm going to be able to salvage him. I don't have enough points.
Commander. Hell of a job. Spears will
But
be
you never know.
impressed, as he should be. A new merc outfit is already on its way to secure the site. Hang tight for now. I'm coming to pick you up.
Copy that.
Hey, Commander. Just wanted to say thanks for the rescue. Things were getting pretty grim before you showed up. I lost some good friends today.
That's him.
Good pilots.
Jenner.
I don't think I could have held out much longer myself if you hadn't dropped in. I appreciate it.
4 mediums and an
Glad we were
SRM-4.
able to help. Just wish we'd gotten here sooner.
Me too.
Not a
You know,
bad mech.
We could always use another pilot. One with your skills, he'd come in awful handy. What do you think?
After today, hell, it'd be an honor to serve with you, Commander.
Then consider it done. Welcome aboard.
That's the assassin, writhing in discontent. Now you see why I cut this part off from the previous episode that was already at 30 minutes. This is 21 minutes, just pure combat. And we're reputation 3. We are now, instead of unknown, unfamiliar. Still an unword. You get 50 reputation, 700,000 sea bills, which sounds like a lot. And trust me, in the long run, that's not a lot. And a Jenner, JR7D. And wow, 6 points of salvage. Here we go. Once again. Okay. Here's the big hint and or tip for this episode. Medium lasers are the mainstay of this game. Repeat that after me. Medium lasers are the mainstay of this game. You will eat them like candy. At least at the lower level. At the upper level, there's a whole lot of different laser configurations and energy weapon configurations. But medium lasers and their ilk are the mainstay of this game. And I am going to take all 6 of them. Even though they're tier 0 as opposed to the tier 1 that I have in my Centurion. And Lieutenant Freeman is available. I'll just scroll that down. You can read that if you want. Getting a pilot for free is a very good thing. Most pilots cost in the neighborhood of 200 to 300K to hire. So now we got to go talk to Rihanna. She is our operations commander. And she sets us on a straight and narrow path to do what we need to do to make this company work. Or at least that's
Hi,
what she
Commander.
thinks.
Excellent work protecting that dig site. Spears thinks you did a hell of a job. A chip off the old block were his exact words, referring to your father, of course. That's quite the compliment coming from him. As you know, your father and Spears did a lot of work together over the years. Proved quite lucrative too, for both of them. Hopefully, we can continue that relationship.
Let's hope so.
But we need more than one client if we're going to survive out here. That's what I wanted to talk with you about. Our next move. We're operating with a clean slate now, thanks to the new mercenary ID number Spears provided. A whole new name, new outfit. Now we need to get to work rebuilding our capabilities and establishing our reputation. Won't be easy, but nothing worth doing ever is. You up for it?
What do you think?
I think we better get started then. Plenty of war zones in the inner sphere where we can pick up work. A few safe harbors as well. Places we can hire more pilots, get our hands on cheap supplies. First, we need to earn some sea bills to pay for it all. Other than that, I see a bright future ahead of us, Commander.
Me too.
Speaking of the future, we have a pending transmission from IE already. Seems Spears has put the word out to his colleagues that we can be trusted to get the job done. Before diving right in, I recommend we head to one of the industrial hubs in this region. Pockets of relative stability where we can acquire new equipment and mechs, hire new pilots. We have more mechs than Mechwarriors at the moment, so it would be good to expand the ranks. Repairs are cheaper in these regions too. Either way, I've marked the location of the IE contract on the star map. It's there whenever you're ready.
Roger that. Thanks, Rihanna.
You're welcome, Commander.
Ooh, we've unlocked the siege. Under siege, sorry. That's what we were. We were under siege. Couldn't leave the planet. Now we can. We're free to move about. As you can see, everything is lit up now. The star map has become available. You can always pause and read these. I'll click slowly in case you want to. Some of the finer points of this I don't bother discussing because it's, you know, second nature to me at this point. We're in Brooklyn. That's the dropship icon. All of these are industrial hubs. One down here, one over here, one over here. This is a conflict zone outlined in red, what she called a war zone. That's where you're going to find missions, etc. And missions, not seeing any in there at all except Pascagoula. That's a high reward quest, and that's the mission that she was referring to for Spears at the IE. What we're going to do is we're going to head over to, and we got, this symbol means rare equipment as it says, and this symbol means a rare weapon, and a rare weapon down here as well. We're going to head to Haynesville, and Haynesville is going to take us 13 days and cost us 15,000 C-bills. We got 3.3. And we got due in 90 days, we got 90. So if we don't have more at 90K, 86.689, in 90 days, we are bankrupt and the game's over. So you got to keep money rolling. We'll go to Haynesville. Main reason is we have to hire a new pilot. We have the Javelin that I piloted in the first two episodes, first two missions. And we have the Centaurian that I piloted in the last two missions, including the last one. And we have the Jenner that Freeman will be using, supposedly. It might not be Freeman, we'll see. So we'll go to the barracks, we'll take a look and see who's around. I am playing Pilot Overhaul as the mod. The Pilot Overhaul mod allows additional training and statistics keeping, etc., and you can modify your Mechwarriors as well. I'll show you that as we go through. Once again, feel free to pause and read as necessary. There are a lot of options in here in sub-games, and the entire pilot hiring and training is a sub-game in and of itself. I really love it. Let me show you something here. Commander Mason, that's me, his pilot record doesn't show. There we go. I'm sorry. 4 missions, 96 kills. That's my damage ratio. That's how much damage I've given and taken. I'm at 312. Ooh, I've already got extras. Normally it's going to be 10, 10, 10, 10 all the way across. This, the 12, the 12 here, the 11 here, the 11 here, and the 15 here, those are all pretty cool. What that means is I have shown extra skill in playing and been rewarded with, like an epiphany kind of thing. Like, if I turn my left arm in and use my shield arm on my Centaurian, I can catch damage. Ride the edge of being hot and I'll get an extra point. Dodge a little to the left and wow, I got some extra points, okay? So I'm no longer a 60, which is what I started off as. I'm a 71. That's actually better than I've ever seen from the first 4 missions. That's pretty cool. Anyway, Freeman. Freeman's a 743.
Thanks for the opportunity, Commander. Not gonna let you or your company down.
Not exactly all inspiring. One of the things I'm running is Commander Quirk. That's a modification that allows me to have the Commander have the same kind and level of quirks and extra training as any other pilot in the game. This is what Pilot Overhaul lets you do. I have a separate video from a while back on this, and it's been greatly upgraded and changed, but remains true in the overall. I go through and I pick myself out a nice little portrait. If you've ever watched any of my videos previously, you already know this. On screen 9, there's this old guy with a beard and bald head. My wife says, that's close. So there, that's me. You know what I'm going to put here this time is I will change his name to Commander Mason. Fair enough. And confirm it. Freeman,
Won't let you down, Commander. I've trained for this.
that's actually like Abe Nakamura's voice. I'm not a fan of it. I'm just showing you this so you can. I have 81 different voices that I can choose from. I'm going to choose this one. Sounds like this.
We're all clear, Commander. Ready for engagement.
Sounds a wee bit mature and, I don't know, in for it. Face, I'm not into that face. We'll change this one. We'll move along to the guy faces. That was a little too fast. Some of these are from BattleTech itself. They get pictures from everywhere and they morph them in. I don't know how they do it. It doesn't matter to me. But they're pretty cool. We'll give them this one for now. I say for now because I can change it anytime. And of course he's a male. By leaving this here, I can see it on the screen as I'm playing in combat that Freeman's Freeman. I'll explain that later after I hire somebody else. Pilot hire. What do we got? 1531, 921. I'm more interested in this number than the overall limit at this point because I can change the overall limit by training. Gotta have somebody. I'm gonna pick Lieutenant Carrillo.
I'm just here chilling.
And that's what she sounds like. And I'm gonna go ahead and hire her. And as you can see, it's gonna cost me 244,000 C-bills to hire her. And her quarterly rate will be 13,000. That's a heck of a signing bonus. But she has no quirks, nothing going on, nothing wrong with her.
Money? I got the skills. Let's mess someone up.
Nobody else really all that good. So we're going to go ahead and go back into the pilot record. And the pilot roster, sorry. And I don't like these.
I got the skills.
There are way
Let's
too
mess
many
someone up.
actual. Okay, that's who's playing, the voices. Way too many actual photos. Not the end, go back. I don't know why I keep clicking that. Way too many actual pictures of faces you can use. Why would you want a blank? That's not a bad one. That's even better. We'll give it that one. So. And Carrillo, no. I don't know what she's going to call herself in combat yet. Like when she gets a kill, she's going to say, this is Venom, etc. So we'll find out first time around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to Venom, if that's what she is Venom. Not giving her call sign. Let's see what.
You got the money? I got the skills. Let's mess someone up.
So we'll get there. We'll figure that out. Meanwhile, Centurion needs some repairs. Yeah. I'm 35 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and continue here. Here's the deal. Centurion's got an LRM-10. As you saw, it was really, really handy as used in the last episode, the last mission. Episodes, mini missions. Mission is 1 drop. We're going to go ahead and do a repair all. Now, I'm going to take a look at, I got a bad feeling. Yeah, I don't have any SRMs. Might not, oh, there we go. I got an SRM-6 at 3 tons. I'm an SRM guy, not an LRM guy. I got the AC-10 to shoot at long range. I'm going to do that and that. Buy that. I'm really thinking hard on the stream. Cost more. Does more damage. 15 points. 14, not worth it. I like SRMs. They're like firing a 12-gauge shotgun. The 6 especially. But I need to get some ammo for it as well. That'll do it. What this allows me to do is put this over here. Let's get this out of the way. Get rid of that. We don't need it. And instead put in SRM ammo. In a leg. Any ammo other than Gauss ammo, when it takes a critical hit, can explode. You don't really want that to happen in your head. It's kind of frowned upon. Now, the one thing I could do, if I wanted to, is go to the market and buy, for instance, an SRM-4 as well. I'm just going to hover over it. It's 2 tons. I got 2 tons remaining. If I took that and bought it, where was it? It's a streak. Okay, that's 9.6 points of damage. We'll use this as an example only. If I bought that and shoved it in here, I would be right at 50 tons. And then I'd have 9 more points of damage. And that makes for a nice slam. That's pretty good damage going in. We'll get this over here. That might happen at some point. I'm not sure. What I need to do at this point, really, though, is max out the armor. See, and that's one of the reasons we were taking a lot of damage early on. We weren't maxed out on armor. Now we are. I added 64 points of armor, which was 2 full tons. That's a lot different. The other thing I want to cover in this episode is start to work. Weapons upgrades. Remember all those medium lasers I've been doing? This is me going through and upgrading them. Now, in this case, let's pause the upgrade. I need 4, I have 4 to go from 2 to 3. I don't need to go to 3. What I do need to do is take a look at what I got. I took that whole mass of zeros and I upgraded them and I made them into 4 tier 2s. So a 0 does 5 points of damage. A 2 does 5 1/4. It doesn't sound like much. It's a big difference. It's also longer range, faster cooldown, all that. Less heat. You really want to upgrade all you can. Sorry, got a tad bit dry there. Teary-eyed even, explaining how to get your stuff better. So here we are. I got an extra pilot. I've got 3 battlemechs now. I've got
Glad you joined the company, Commander. Let's get
3
smashed.
pilots. We are ready to go. And look, suddenly all these missions appear. How did that happen? We have exactly 50 and 30 for 80 total, and 35, making 115 tons. Now, if only we could find actual missions for 115 tons. 145 for an infiltration contract, which are not what I want to do at this point. 145s. This is the system mouse. System map mouse over. Sorry. SMMO mod. It allows you to just go over it like this. And typically speaking, you had to click on it, and then you can come down, and on the right hand side down here at the bottom, there was a intelligence button. That goes away. You don't need it anymore. Instead, you can just mouse over it. 160s, 145s, 145s. Wow, nothing in the 115 range. Get used to it. You're going to be punching up for quite a while. This symbol here means there's a hero mech on the market. We can't afford it. I got 2.5. We're barely scraping by. My recommendation at this point is to quite literally pick a mission. In my case, a defense contract. It's pretty simple. And also pick a house. We're going to pick I can't do it at once. The little red symbol over on the left-hand side of defense contract is for the house. And next to it is the gold diamond. That is independence. And the house in this case is House Steiner, House Davian. And we're going to stick with that. Pick a house, fight for that house as much as you can. Only deviate from that if you must do something to move forward in the campaign. The reason why is they like you. If they like you, they will give you better missions. They'll give you more salvage. They'll give you more money because you become part of what they want to do. That's all Karita, the red star. The neutron symbol over on the right, that's not a major house. Feel free to beat up on them all you want. And that's Karita versus Davian. Yep, all kind of stuff all over the place. You're not going to get a 115. You're going to be punching up for a long time. Get used to it. Pick missions that are survivable. And defense is survivable because they come running in on the defense. Your enemy mechs come running in to attack whatever you're defending. And they shoot what you're defending, etc. until you shoot at them. So you line your stuff up and you shoot them and you hit them hard. And they can't shoot at you as much because they got the first hit. It's just like a boxing match. You do a haymaker on somebody who's been mooning at the girls around the ring, you're going to win. Same kind of thing. Pick missions you can win. That's my big hint for this game. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Hope is out.